Welcome to Suncoast View. I'm Stephanie Roberts. Do you know who is faking it when it comes to your news headlines? We'll talk about the multitude of misinformation out there.
I'm West Coast Black Theater Troupe's artistic director, Nate Jacobs. The traditional Christmas story goes gospel in the return of our performance of Black Nativity.
I'm Bobeth. Some call it junk, others call it genius. Today, the Junk King will help us make terrific holiday tabletops with just a few dollars.
And I'm Linda Carson. We're calling all ladies to St. Armand's Circle, plus Booker High School previews a very moving and impactful dance program. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Nate Jacobs. Great to have you here.
Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you, ladies. Glad to be back.
I can't believe it's only a week until Thanksgiving, and we're kicking off the holiday season with Black Nativity. If that doesn't get you in the mood, what does?
It gets you definitely in the mood. It's just a festive celebration. Phenomenal gospel music, very spirited and high-flung dancing, and we are having a ball in rehearsals. I mean, we actually go into this whole thing, even singing the songs in rehearsal every night.
It's so uplifting.
Just enjoy it.
It's just smiles everywhere and people moving and rocking, and it's just a great time. We've been posting some stuff on Facebook, trying to get ready for
great.
The world needs this. We need something to make us
it's the
happy,
perfect timing. Yes, for sure.
Perfect timing. And
inspiration.
A good reason to remind everybody about the very important campaign that West Coast Black Theater Troupe is starting so that things like Black Nativity can continue. Tell us about the campaign kickoff.
I am just floating on a cloud about our $6 million campaign to renovate the buildings that we purchased last year. We have a 2-acre complex that have 2 buildings on there. We're in one of them, the back warehouse, with the theater that we produce all the shows in. The front building is pretty much just holding rehearsal. Matter of fact, we're in there with Black Nativity rehearsals. That will be our new administrative building and educational suite on the bottom floor. The theater is going to just be totally gutted out and redone with professional dressing rooms and sprung floors, just to facilitate the vision of the theater company, and I am just thrilled. Sarasota community is just really coming forth and helping us to make our dream come true.
That is great. With more seats, I hope, because your tickets are hard to get.
Yeah, more seats. Yeah, we are fortunate that we are celebrating all these sold-out performances, but it's just thrilling. I don't have words for how I feel as a founder to see 17 years down the road we're actually coming into this era.
Where you were and where you are
from
now.
The beginning.
Yep, we're happy for you. Thank you for sharing that with the community, and we can't wait to share the Black Nativity preview with you. It is absolutely a wonderful way to wrap up this day and start the holiday season. Okay, the other thing we love about the holidays is in the kitchen today. Not just Judy, but Thanksgiving pies and desserts. Oh, the self-control we need, Judy.
To me, this is better than my birthday every year. I live for the best pie and Thanksgiving dessert segments. I have them from all over, and this fabulous new woman I met, Pielicious, that's down in Northport. So whether you're up in Bradenton, you're down in Northport, somewhere in between, we have all the stops for your Thanksgiving to just enjoy every bit of sweetness. And I'm covered in powdered sugar and whipped cream already, and I have no idea how that happened.
And you're smart to be wearing a caftan-style shirt today, too.
That's right.
We won't fess up to anything. Well, we certainly are excited about the pumpkin pies that we will be eating, but did you know how big a pumpkin pie can get?
No, I didn't.
Oh, it can get big. According to the Pumpkin Nook, the pie that made the Guinness Book of World Records weighed a whopping 3,699 pounds. And that apparently is without whipped topping, because that one looks plain on top.
Can you imagine how big the people are that ate it?
Or the pumpkin that went into it and how many there were. It was baked by giant pumpkin growers in New Bremen, Ohio. So they already grow giant pumpkins. They took giant pumpkin, made a giant pumpkin pie, and that has surpassed the prior record of 2,000 pounds. So I remember working and living in Ohio, they always prided themselves on those giant pumpkins.
Oh, it was fun to go look at them
It
and buy
was
them.
so fun. I mean,
Do
they
you
cost...
actually eat those pies?
Did I eat them?
No, do people actually eat them?
You
pumpkins,
certainly
yes.
wouldn't want to waste it.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Well, speaking of wasting,
Wow.
don't waste that.
Linda,
What is it?
It's
That
pie.
is a pumpkin toffee maple cream
Well, you don't have to
cheese
ask me
cake.
twice. Let me get
Okay,
a-
you go first.
And so
Let's
what
see.
I understand is it's got a toffee topping with the
Toffee.
icing, and then the pumpkin cake, and then the cheesecake in the middle.
I don't want Nate to feel bad because he took some, so I will too.
Okay, and
Okay,
I'm picky. I wanted the cake. Anything pumpkin.
This is
I just want the
delicious. Yes.
cheesecake.
We're a
part.
perfect combination. You eat the cheesecake and I'll eat the cake.
I'm having
Look,
some
she
of
left
each,
me
and
the
it's
cake.
very, very good.
All right.
Very good.
This is a good way to start.
Great icing, too.
I am happy. Yes, the icing looks fabulous. All right, well, it is time for our first hot topic. And you know, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. We know that. But it includes things disguised as news on Facebook and Google. Misinformation is running rampant right now. Finally, these sites are coming under fire for fake news articles. Both sites use algorithms to decide what you see in your search results or what you see in your news feeds. Well, now the sites say that they're going to prohibit some of these fake news sites from using the ad platforms of Facebook and Google. But that still doesn't stop the fake stories from popping up. So here's what Huffington Post says that we need to do. And some of these are really important. Don't just read the headlines. Read the whole story before you click and share it around. Also, check the source yourself. Is it credible? We know that this is journalists. Watch for recycled stories. If it came out 3 years ago, it doesn't mean it's new or accurate now. And ignore the blatantly slanted if you care about facts. I have been appalled by the things that pop up on our news
But you know
feeds
what?
that you think, really? And then you start to read it and you're like, well, okay, no. But other
Right.
people don't get it.
You read the whole
But how
story,
can you not
though.
to? Common sense tells
You're a
you-
journalist.
Yeah.
But even journalists outside of journalism, you know, it's that old game we used to play when you were young and someone tells you something and by the end of the road,
Yeah,
like,
it's
it's
changed.
It gets
something. It's the
changed
same
every
concept.
time.
You still have to recheck your facts. People just don't tell you anything and you run with it. That's crazy.
But people do, and it totally bothers me because I've certainly been out having casual social interactions with people, and they'll say, "Oh my gosh, did you see blah blah blah?" And
They've
I'm
been
like,
doing this for years, the entire Obama presidency. Are you kidding me?
"Well,
But you read the whole story. It usually leads to diet pills. Somewhere in there.
it makes me crazy."
Oh, my
And
gosh.
it makes me crazy that honestly, the only thing that they're saying they're going to do is stop it from happening with ad platforms. But they didn't stop it from happening.
Well, the thing is, you can't stop it because the
I
people
know.
who post those things
Yeah.
are going to. The thing is, we as consumers that are reading that information need to be
A little more discerning about what we
Yeah.
Because
can't
we've
just-
always had ads, and you always saw them when they were in magazines
And you always
newspapers.
knew it wasn't
You
true.
knew it was an ad, but you just have to
But
figure it
there's
out
some
for yourself.
ethics that garner the ads. There isn't any. Well,
Ethics
there's
that garner
supposed to be
the
ethics
article.
that garner the articles, but we all know there aren't.
You know, people see those star magazines. They know that's a lie. They still like to read
No,
it.
they think those are true too.
Really?
Like the Inquirer and
Yeah,
things like
I
that.
agree. It's a problem. It's a problem on Facebook. It's a problem that your search engines are giving it to you, and I don't know. I've been annoyed
Don't
beyond belief.
anything you read. No,
Which is a hard thing to say when we work in the information industry.
Well, you know, we read that Kate was having a baby. Like every week, it would be on. As I went out of the supermarket, I would see it out on the. She's pregnant. She's pregnant with a girl. She's pregnant with twins. She's pregnant with a boy.
Right.
And
The thing
she's
is,
had two
you just
babies.
have to take that information with a grain of salt and try to find another side of it.
Right.
You know, don't ever, like you
Another
said,
side.
you can't just take one slant of
But you
something.
can't suddenly make people smarter either. So that's the part that I'm concerned about. It is an age-old debate to spank or not spank your kids. Well, a new Georgetown study shows a very clear trend. Spanking is down and timeouts are up. Modern parents across all income levels report spanking kids less today than parents did in 1988. The American Academy of Pediatrics has come out by recommending reasoning and non-physical punishment strategies instead. So,
Well,
who
I guess
wants
my
to fest
mama
to
never got that
Who
notice.
wants to fest to being
So
spanked
spanking
and or
was a
spanking?
real deal
I've
up at
been
my
spanked
house.
and I probably will spank, but I
Yes.
feel like it's not just a one straight thing you can say. I think you have to figure out the child.
Absolutely.
It depends on the child. Some children, like my sister's never been spanked before, but I, on the other hand, got spanked almost every day.
And look how well you turned out.
Exactly.
But if you got spanked every day, I would tell you that it wasn't working as an effective tool, or it wouldn't have had to happen every day. I stopped
But it
spanking
would
because
be
they told
different.
me it didn't hurt.
But
and
every day was something different. So I had to learn different lessons. But
Yeah, and you know, it's the adult, I think, instead of the child, because if you spank in anger, you can hurt a child.
True.
Yes.
There
That's
is the proper
danger.
way
Yeah.
of spanking.
Yeah.
And
Linda,
it's
do your
not-
grandchildren get spanked?
No, they don't. But when I was a child, I did. And they would say, okay, you go get a switch. So you had to go get your own switch and bring it
And then
back.
for your
And
abuse.
then-
Of course, and then you better get the weak one. Then my mama says, "Oh, I'm going to get the next one, and it won't break."
Yes, and then you'd be afraid.
And look how well Nate
And she comes
turned
in with a
out.
log. Oh my God!
No, but I really think you have to judge the child. You
Totally
can't,
agree.
every child can't be punished the same. And even if the offense is the same,
Right.
each kid is different, and you
And you
have
know-
to be aware of that.
Words can hurt a lot more than a spank like that. Words can be the most damaging thing. So I
And
think
some
you have
kids-
to watch that.
No.
You
Yeah,
can
for
talk to
some.
them and get results. One of my brothers, there was no talking to him. Now, I was a kid you could talk to.
Yeah.
But my brother, my mother had to kind of be real with him.
Yeah. And I
And then he turned out to be the best man today that anybody wants to meet.
And I think that's what people don't realize. They think one size fits all. And for instance, like my sister, you can tell her you're disappointed, and she would be like, "Oh my God, you tell me you're disappointed. Now that's your problem." You know, that doesn't bother me.
Very
so,
true
you have
words.
to find what works for that child, because not timeout isn't going to work for everybody.
Girlfriend, no wonder you got spanked every day if that was your answer. All right. So this is a little gross, but how often do you clean your phone? I mean, really, like sanitize the
Every day,
screen and
multiple
stuff.
times.
For most people, though, Babette, the answer is not very often.
No,
So UC San Diego researchers found that our smartphone goo tells a lot about us.
Oh, yeah.
They analyzed the molecules on our phones. You can tell if the user is male or female, the brand of cosmetics used, if you use hair dye, if you drink coffee, beer, wine,
Oh, my gosh.
if you like spicy food. Here's the gross part. Even months after the phone was used. Researchers report amazing amounts of data, though, which would really be able to be used in all types of investigations.
Somebody's going to try to use that to sell us something, I'm just sure.
Well, or I thought it was good, though, for, any type of, criminal thing. If you
Right.
needed, if you
That's-
found the phone and you
Blood
could
on your phone.
suddenly track all that down.
Or the cells or
I wipe
something.
mine down a lot, too, but I mean, think about it. I mean, our makeup, our lotion, our sunblock, our spit. Through
Yes.
your spit, you can
Oh.
tell what you've been eating and drinking. I mean, it's kind of interesting what you
Kinda
know about
gross.
somebody right here.
Tells
I
you
knew
you
that
don't
it
want
was
to
back
borrow
then.
somebody's phone.
Yeah.
That's smart.
I thought it was just a personal thing between me and my goo. I look at that phone and I go like, ugh, and I just keep moving. And then every now and again, like, you can't take it anymore. You kind of just go with it. But it's a whole national theme
It
now,
is a
so
whole
cool.
research trend.
I wipe mine down with Lysol.
Yeah, absolutely. I do, too. Just probably not as much as we all should.
I'm going to do it more often.
Now we've grossed out Linda. Well, using phones and being on the road, certainly distracted driving, became a national concern about a decade ago. So the companies created those technologies hands-free to keep people's hands on the wheel. Well, it doesn't appear to be keeping us alive. Highway fatalities last year recorded the largest percentage annual increase
no.
in 50 years. This year, the numbers are on track to be even worse. And here's what people are blaming. Things like Waze. Drivers are encouraged to get on and report traffic, slowdowns, accidents. Snapchat allows you to track your speed. All of this reportedly causing crashes. In fact, a crash last month in Tampa killed 5 people. A Snapchat video recorded the speed moments before it occurred. Do you think these apps that were designed to keep us hands-free are keeping us engaged in things other than driving?
I wonder if those people were
Yes.
hands-free when they were doing
That's
that,
what I was
though.
thinking.
And anytime that car that killed 5 people was going 115 miles an hour.
It was.
Speed was the problem there.
But
And bad judgment by the driver.
Well, and the
Reckless
fact that they
judgment.
probably, what they do is, though, they hold that Snapchat app up and say, ooh, ooh, look at it go. 100, 105, cool, Snapchat's got it.
See, but that's not a hands-free situation. You're holding the phone, and I think when you're talking on the phone and you're doing your Bluetooth, or when you're using that text feature where you talk and then, it texts for you, that's different than I'm on an app reporting something or holding it up with my
Yeah.
speed.
Yeah. Do you use Waze at all?
I do not.
Waze bothers me a little bit because they actually give you points for reporting things because it helps other drivers.
So it's incentives to actually
That's
do
what
the
I
wrong
think. It's an
thing.
incentive to interact with your phone. And I have enough problems not interacting with my phone personally as it is, because I'm always trying to do 25 things at once. So I don't think that they should be giving us incentives
I
to
agree.
do
My-
it.
yeah, and mine is hands off, but I'm just talking to it, and I'm always talking to myself or singing or
It's
something.
still part
if
of
I
your
don't
brain.
have that.
It's doing something other than
So
driving.
I wouldn't be sitting there quietly.
Yeah, no, it's scary.
So
how much-
even if it's not that you're talking to somebody.
Even if I'm not talking to somebody, I'm talking to myself.
Well,
and I'll
speaking-
pretend I have a dog if somebody sees me.
Speaking of scary, some amazing video shows how close things can come to being disastrous and how brotherly love may have saved the day. So Tila Levi was changing her son's diaper, where she turned around briefly to get another one of her kids to do something different. In that moment, and we all know this happens as parents, look at the right side of the screen, there's the baby making the move. Woo! And the brother grabs the baby before he crashes to the ground. The baby's 11 months old. Here it is again. The brother is 9. And some very, very quick thinking by the brother. The mom said she shared the video not to be criticized, but to raise awareness about what happens if you don't strap down the baby on the
I think that
changing
brother
table.
is a future superhero.
Yes, he is.
absolutely.
That was quick. Did you see?
I
Quick
mean,
hands.
He got
You know,
quick hands.
once I was changing my granddaughter's diaper and she rolled off and I barely caught her by her leg before her head hit the concrete because I was in a concrete room and I thought at that moment I wouldn't want to live if anything happened to her like
Absolutely.
that. So just strapping it down would have been so easy.
And Kathy, Linda's sorry that she almost dropped the baby. All right, it's time for our happy hour forecast. And when we come back, we're going to meet the Suncoast Junk King.
Thanks. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with your happy hour forecast, and it has been happy throughout the day today. Lots of sunshine. If you like sunshine and mild temperatures and low humidity, currently at the Sarasota Bradenton Airport, we have 80 degrees. The dew point extremely low, 42. That makes the humidity 26%. That is dry for Florida standards. Winds out of the north-northwest at 9 now, and the pressure 2994, and that has been rising ever so slightly today. That frontal boundary is well to the south of the state of Florida now, moving through Cuba and the Bahamas, and for us, high pressure building in from the west, keeping skies sunny across the entire state for that matter. And our evening planner looks good. Clear skies are running through 11 o'clock, cooling down into the low 60s by 11 o'clock. We will see lows overnight tonight down into the mid 50s to upper 50s across the region. So another cool night ahead. No rain around at all. Some showers well down to our south, and we are not anticipating any kind of rain. Look at the dry air that's covering the entire Gulf of Mexico. More in our forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
One man's trash is another man's treasure, and no one knows that better than Sam June. He was just featured in the Sarasota magazine as the Junk King, and in this case, it is a compliment. So Sam, welcome, and tell us why junking is a good thing.
It's a lot of different things. It's a great way to bring individual style to your tabletop. You get a value. You don't have to have the same thing that everybody else does. You save these items from a landfill. So it has a lot of benefits on different levels.
Where do you find your junk? I want to go there.
Yeah.
Sarasota has got wonderful thrift stores and tag sales. The Women's Exchange on Orange Avenue is a great place to start. I go to Salvation Army, I go to Goodwill, estate sales.
Wow.
Everything on the tables, on the trays, pretty much everything was under $1. I'm quite frugal.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
All
And
right,
I like
crazy.
to mix and match.
Well,
so
you mentioned the table, so let's start. The holidays can be a bit expensive, and you did some tabletops that you said are, not inexpensive, and they look great. So tell us about what you brought.
Well, the first tabletop here is Thanksgiving. It's a week away. So at our house, we like to do a Thanksgiving breakfast. Oh. So I've got a little tray here that's from Laura Ashley. She was big in the 70s.
Oh, yeah, look at that bowl. Is cool.
The dinner plate is from Mikasa, who was really big in the 60s and 70s. This teacup and saucer is Noritake.
Wow.
They're all really nice things.
And the color, you want to kind of stay in a color scheme, so everything on this tray is very warm, starting with fall. The dinner napkin is from Vera. Vera was one of the first women designers to put her name on tabletops, and then she went into fashion and so forth, and she's highly, highly collectible.
Well, this is funny because this seems almost like designing.
Designer
Very high-end
trash.
thing.
Well, it is, and there is you have to kind of trust your own eye, and I've been doing this for over 30 years. I'm an interior designer by trade.
I knew there was a catch.
Yeah, you've got
Speaking
great
of
taste.
The great taste. We love this one in the center also.
Paisley glass.
So
That's cool.
you have this see-through container to hold it. I don't know what that's called.
It's a plexiglass tray. This kind of has a Palm Beach theme to it. It's a holiday dinner.
Oh.
So we start with a plexi tray. The dinner plate is rimmed in malachite. Malachite is really huge right now in the design world. The luncheon plate, Jackie Kennedy started to collect this in the 60s, which started the whole trend.
Oh my gosh.
And it does come in a pale blue and a pale pink, which ironically is the most collectible right now. I collect the yellow, and you can find it piece by piece. The highball and the cocktail glass are by a designer called George Briard. And the one thing you want to remember with gold vintage, you never want to put it through a dishwasher. You want to always hand wash it to preserve the gold trim.
These look so real. Somebody's going to eat
The
those mushrooms.
Well, paper mache was really big in the 70s also. And a lot of times what I like to do with dinner, I always like to give a little gift for them to take home. So these little baskets I pick up for like $1. And I found a whole basket full of paper mache mushrooms that I've put in the basket.
How cute.
Very nice.
Yeah.
All right, and we have a third place setting here that has a different flair.
This is a Chinese New Year, which is January 8th of next year. Chinese New Year's is becoming a little more popular with the people in U.S. And so we've got a bamboo tray that you could pick up for literally $1 at thrift stores. I find them everywhere. The red plastic plate is by a company called Heller, and they were big in the 70s. And blue and white, everybody loves blue and white.
Very nice.
And if it has a little chip on it, it's no big deal. You pay $1 for it.
Yeah.
No one's going to really
If I paid
notice
$1
it.
for it, I wouldn't notice anything.
Wow.
Right.
And most of mine have chips anyway.
The wine glass is from the dollar store, which is always a great place to
This
get
is
your beginning.
cool.
And that's actually from the 19th century. I bought that in Williamsburg.
Oh, this is so cool.
Great stuff.
This
Yeah.
is great stuff. Now, if you want to get more antiquing and junking information or tips, you can check out Sam's website. You want to go to samjune.homestead.com and read all about the junking tips that you have. And this month, and you're also in this month's Sarasota Magazine.
Correct.
As the Junk King.
As the junk king.
Wow.
They've given me that title.
That's a good honor at this point. This is great.
Thank you.
All right, next, Booker High School is here with a special dance performance for us. We'll be right back.
Every child follows a path in life. For many, that path will lead them to a door that gives them a place to grow, to learn, to belong, a place to forge their future. Because while many doors open, these doors transform. They did for us. Support your local boys and girls clubs. Great futures start here.
When caring for my wife alone became too much for me, I called my long-term care insurance company to get help from granny nannies. Now the most wonderful nurses help me with her care.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help. And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse. Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Types of timber, cuts of meat, cooking times, temperatures, rubs, seasonings, sauces. You name it, they know it. That's what makes them who they are, Sonny's Pitmasters. And proud of it. Come get some baby back ribs at Sonny's Barbecue. On their own or paired with favorites like jalapeno cheddar hot links or pulled or sliced pork plus 2 sides and bread. Sonny's Barbecue. Local Pitmasters since '68.
Mom needed more care than we could provide, so we called Granny Nannies. She now has around-the-clock caregivers, and we have peace of mind. Thanks to them, she's where she belongs, at home.
A helping hand and a gentle heart.
The Booker High School Visual Performing Arts dance program is an amazing blend of aesthetics and athletics. It includes many different styles of dance, but it also tackles the difficult social issues that the students are dealing with. The students are here now with a preview of their fall performance. Take it away, guys.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be pretty? Will I be pretty? What comes next? Oh, right. Will I be rich, which is almost pretty depending on where you shop. And the pretty question infects from conception, passing blood and breath into cells. The word hangs from our mother's hearts in a shrill fluorescent floodlight of worry. Will I be wanted, worthy, pretty? But puberty left me this funhouse mirror dryad, teeth set at science fiction angles, crooked nose, face donkey long, and pockmarked where the hormones went finger painting my poor mother. How could this happen? You'll have porcelain skin as soon as we can see a dermatologist. You sucked your thumb, that's why your teeth look like that. You were hit in the face with a frisbee when you were 6, otherwise your nose would have been just fine. Don't worry, we'll get it all fixed, she would say, grasping my face, twisting it this way, then that, as though it were a cabbage she might buy. But this is not about her. Not her fault. She too was raised to believe the greatest asset she could bestow upon her awkward little girl was a marketable facade. By 16, I was pickled with ointments, medications, peroxides, teeth corralled into steel prongs, laying in a hospital bed, face packed with gauze, cushioning the brand new nose the surgeon had carved. Belly gorged on 2 pints of my own blood I had swallowed under anesthesia, and every convulsive twist of my gut like my body screaming at me from the inside out. What did you let them do to you?
Wow.
Whoa, that is awesome.
Really deep. That was powerful.
I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah.
And of course we have Melissa Lodi right now. You're the artistic director.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, tell me about the dance we just saw.
So this dance was created by one of our choreographers, Courtney Smith, and the dancers had a significant part in creating this piece. So the gestures that you saw were based on answers to questions such as how does society view women, and specifically how do they individually view women.
How did you choose the poem that went with it?
That was chosen by the choreographer, and the concept was to really investigate how we look at women in society, what role do they play, what judgments do we have about women. So that was all part of the concept from the beginning.
And this is not your typical dance
No,
recital performance.
isn't.
That's wonderful.
Wow, we can't wait to see the others.
Yes.
Now, it is going to be November 17th, right?
17th, 18th, and 19th.
17th, 18th, and 19th. Of course, it's at Booker. And if you want more information, you can go to bpabooker.com. You have got to see this. I think all girls have got to see this. I want to know what comes next.
Wow.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Next, we're going to hear from Nate, and we're going to see a preview of Black Nativity.
Attention breast cancer survivors. If you experience permanent hair loss or baldness after chemotherapy, you may qualify for a cash award. Thousands of women suffering breast cancer were given a chemotherapy drug without being warned about the possibility of irreversible alopecia. If you or a loved one suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy, call 888-622-8732. Time to file a claim is limited. 888-622-8732. That's 888-622-8732.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Since 1928, Karastan has been setting the standard in carpets and rugs. Producing non-allergenic wools that won't promote the growth of bacteria or dust mites like other carpets will, Kerastan wools actively remove contaminants from the indoor air, making your home healthier. And there are many colors and patterns and textures to choose from. Come see for yourself.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Come meet the artists and enjoy their creations at the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. Over 100 artists and thousands of works of contemporary art in photography, glass, sculpture, jewelry, and much more. The 4th Annual Sarasota Fine Art Festival, Saturday and Sunday, November 19th and 20th at Selby 5 Points Park in downtown Sarasota. Bring your love and appreciation of art to the Sarasota Fine Art Festival. For more information, visit ParagonArtEvents.com.
They care. They take the time to understand you, take the time to understand your case.
There's no better satisfaction to me than to see a client who is happy because of the job we've done for them.
It's really actually very comforting to know that there's someone that you've heard of and you're getting recommendations about that you can turn to when you have a problem.
I felt like I had a partner in this, and he was going to be by my side.
Alex Karras Lincoln's holiday sales event is here. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $269 per month, or a 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Welcome back to Suncoast View, where Chef Judy has brought us the best pies and Thanksgiving desserts. And Judy, you are working your way through those fairly well there, my friend.
My work is never done, folks. My work is never done.
But you mentioned some of them are healthier than others.
You know, I want to talk about this for a little bit because we have a wide variety of sweetened desserts and things like that. Yoder's has both apple and cherry pie that are sugar-free. Really important to note if your guests have diabetes. Also, they were too busy to make it, but I'm happy to say that Retro Baked out in Bradenton, and we just love her. She does great holiday cakes and pies, all gluten-free, and there's the gluten-free bakery, excuse me, right down on Stickney Point. So good options, but so have a variety of each.
All right, good advice. We'll join you with forks in hand in a few minutes.
If there's anything left, Stephanie.
Linda.
The traditional Christmas story comes alive with a bit of a gospel twist at the West Coast Black Theater. Every time it's performed, Black Nativity is one of the hottest tickets in town. Artistic director Nate Jacobs is back to talk about this year's performance. Yeah. Wow, I love this. This is my favorite show ever. Now, is this similar to Langston Hughes' version of Black Nativity?
What happens with Black Nativity, you get a framework that Langston Hughes created back in the 1950s. And he also gave you the freedom to create your own original. So I add some original music into ours. There are a lot of traditional gospel songs. There is dance, there is actual poetry from Langston Hughes, and there is scriptures from the Bible. So it's just a very, very festive choreo poem of the story of the Nativity, which people just love.
So we do recognize some of the songs in it.
Oh, you definitely. Go Tell It on the Mountain, Joy to the World. They have different arrangements. Sometimes they're a lot more spirited than the hymn book, but that's all right. You know, that's the soul of Black Nativity.
Why is this Christmas story so special?
Well, you know, this story has gone through the ages, through centuries, about the birth of our Lord Jesus Christ. And Langston Hughes, everybody tells the story. He wanted to make a platform where African Americans can really infuse their unique spirit and culture into the telling of the story. And it's done around the world. Europe loves Black Nativity. There's typically always a tour of it there. And the costuming is very vibrant, sometimes Afrocentric, like in our show. We use a lot of African costuming, drumming, African drumming, and some, like I said, incredible dancing by choreographer Donald Fryson, and incredible singing. you know, just
Oh,
this
yes.
spirited gospel singing, and people just sit there, cry, and just sway back and forth, clap their hands. Some people stand up and try to shout, and people just love it.
People are going to understand that when they hear this performance. Tell me who we're going to be seeing over here now.
We have 3 of the stars from Black Nativity: Alyssa White, one of the favorites at WPTT, Tara Connor-Jones, who's also playing Eveline right now in The Wiz. People love her. And favorite, Sheldon Roden. You know, he became a star after doing Mr. Marvin Gaye.
I remember that
he's
well.
singing gospel in Black Nativity, so we're glad to have him here.
Okay, you go over and join them. And no kidding, this is the hottest ticket in town. If you want to go, get your tickets now. It's November 30th through December 23rd. You can go to westcoastblacktheater.org and choose your tickets, but you'd better get them right away. And now, here's a real treat for you. Take it away, guys.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Hey, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, to show my love. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, yeah. Everywhere I go, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, to show my love. Let it shine, let it shine, to show my love. Let it shine, to show my
Oh my goodness, you can see why we love that. And you don't want to miss it. It's November 30th through the 23rd, westcoastblacktheater.org for tickets. And next, we've got a special treat for the ladies. Could you sing us out one more time?
All right, Tara. Here we go.
Oh, tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Why don't you go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus
Christ is born.
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Sometimes, when the course is difficult and you might take a step where you could fall, it's important to trust and ask for help. That's one of the most important things we learned at Tidewell's Teen Grief Retreat. On your grief journey, there are going to be difficult parts, but you have to trust in yourself and your support systems and know there are people around who will help you make it through. Tidewell Hospice. It's more than you think.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Haley Wilgus. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. More changes for a busy stretch of I-75. The proposals for 2 more interchanges at 2 Manatee County exits. And some young Earthlings get tips on how to successfully grow veggies in space. Now, let's head over to Bob.
Thanks, Haley. A beautiful day today, albeit a bit breezy at times out of the north and northeast, and we're looking at generally fair skies. 80-degree temperature, but the humidity is very, very low for this time, and winds out of the north-northwest continuing to push this front away from the coast of Florida and move it through the Bahamas. Now we're looking at just generally sunny skies across the entire state. A few clouds well off into the Gulf of Mexico, but not much going on there. And the forecast through the evening is calling for fair skies. Temperatures dropping down in the low 60s by 11 o'clock tonight. We'll have the complete rest of the week's forecast coming up at 5. See you then.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare.
Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs?
Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you.
Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify.
Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy?
Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs.
Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
And welcome back. St. Armand's Circle is always a great girls' night out with its diverse array of spots for shopping and sipping your favorite cocktail, of course. But it's even more fun when there's great deals involved just for the ladies. And here with the latest on St. Armand's Ladies' Night is Barbara Pugliese from Just Because Boutique. Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me back, ladies.
Oh, this is fun.
Yeah,
this is our favorite topic.
And the ladies are coming in droves. They love you. They've seen it out here, so it's great.
Well, you know, for us it's good because it's almost a preview of the things that are being offered that we can buy.
Yes.
So let's start off by talking about the Ladies' Night. What, you know, more stores are participating. What can we see?
We're close to almost 30 participants, restaurants. We have live music now coming.
Hi.
Just, it's awesome. Raffle prizes. I mean, it's turning into a big party, which is great.
Oh, hey, I like parties.
We like parties
and shopping.
Especially with the holidays coming.
I thought you were just using that as a term.
No, it's a real thing.
So, so for those like Nate who aren't familiar, let's back up and tell them what it is.
So it's the third Thursday of every month, and we have participating retailers and restaurants. We're giving a 15% discount, cocktails. It's a party.
Cool.
Yep, so there's a reason to shop and have fun. Yep.
And so some of the participating stores, you brought some examples of what they're offering. So let's go to the very end.
At the very end, we have Mercantile Home and Apparel, new shop out on St. Armand's. Beautiful clothing, and they have great home items. This is a zinc wall planter, which I think is really very cool looking with the succulents. And they have fun ornaments now for the holidays, wool and felt. I love the little dog with the antlers in it. Very cute. And they have great price points, so you can find something in there for everyone, which I love.
Great place for gifts.
Great place for gifts. And then we have Island Pursuits. Been out on the circle since the 80s. I wear their clothing. It's casual, kind of American-style clothing, and they have exclusivity with a lot of designers, like Vineyard Vines, which I love. And this shirt is so cute. It goes, I Whale Sarasota.
I was so in right now.
Which is so in. I think it's just such a great
Every teenager
shirt.
in your life wants one of these.
And they carry Jack Rogers sandals that Jackie O made famous back in the 60s.
Which are also on the teenagers list.
Which are on the teenagers list. And beautiful cashmere. It comes in all different colors, and you can wear it all different ways. So really very beautiful fashion at Island Pursuits. And then we have Just Because, and this is a great artist from Pennsylvania, and he found a way to repurpose old vinyl records. I think they were just so cool. So he takes Decca, I mean, old labels. He does all different genres. He has Jazzland, but here I have a Queen from 1975 because I love Queen. But great gentleman's gifts and just for everyone. He does journals, clocks.
So are people realizing what this is?
Well, my age group realizes what it is.
I
didn't think I was that old. The younger ones aren't sure what a vinyl record is.
Yes.
But it's very cool, and it's a great way to repurpose it instead of it going in a landfill.
Yeah, good point.
So I love that. And then we have Sunglass Express Opticals, best place to get glasses. I love wearing glasses because to me they're a fashion accessory. And she has these great frames. You can get different clips for them, so it always looks like you have a new pair
And
of
well,
glasses.
Beth needs glasses, so this is perfect.
Yes, they're very in.
I do need a
Yeah,
pair.
and I love these Chanel aviators with the calf skin around them. So it's a great shop, and she'll put your prescription lenses in there, which I love.
Which I need too.
Which you also need, a prescription.
I need them too because I can't see so well without them. But it's a great shop, and the whole staff is there to really help you and fit you properly.
And you mentioned earlier there are also restaurants that are participating. So, you know, you have a slew of them, but here's one of the examples.
Lynch's Pub and Grub, because you need your Irish bar. And you can still get a pint of beer here, which I love. But we have his tacos here with a tilapia in it, and one of their signature drinks. It's an orange crush. So really good.
Oh, beautiful.
I mean, it's amazing. And again, one more time for everyone, it's Thursday. St. Armand's Ladies' Night is every third Thursday of the month. And if you want to get more information about the participating stores, just look for a balloon. They'll have a balloon outside of their stores by their door, and then you can get all the information there. Find out more by going to Facebook and searching for them. Just search St. Armand's Ladies' Night, and you'll get a full list of all the fun and probably see some pictures too.
Yeah.
15% off.
15% off.
Love
The
it.
holidays are coming.
That's the most important part. Shop, drink, and get 15% off by doing it.
It's a win-win.
All right, thank you so much, and then we'll be right back.
Thank you.
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Help make the wishes of children with life-threatening medical conditions come true by attending Christmas in Candyland, Saturday, December 3rd from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at Michael's on East. It'll be a wonderful family event with treats, music, cookie decorating, face painting, and other children's activities, followed by a special visit by Santa. Proceeds benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation of Central and Northern Florida. Get tickets at ChristmasinCandylandSRQ.com. Brought to you by these sponsors and ABC7.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
If you have a suspicion for harboring prostate cancer, we have a way of diagnosing by using an exquisite instrument called 3-dimensional color flow power Doppler ultrasound. Using this system, we can identify abnormalities within the prostate that you could otherwise never detect. The Dottoli Cancer Center is the only center in the southeastern United States which has this technology. If you have prostate cancer, we will find it.
Welcome back. Well, as many of you know, our guide dog puppy Wrigley goes with me and us wherever we go. So when we have an outing or a field trip, as we call them for the show, Wrigley comes along. And you know, he greatly enjoyed the Sarasota Ballet. We have some fun video to share with you in this week's Pup Date. First of all, the girls, the divas, loved him. Now, we had to make sure he kept his mouth off their beautiful costumes because he is a teething puppy, but he did a great job, and we tried to get him to take a picture, and then he ran after me.
They are posing.
But look at this. He found himself in the mirror, and he was like, huh. Look at that cute dog. Well, wait, there I am. So we're not quite sure if he knew it was himself or not, but he loved the doggy in the mirror.
Oh, that's so funny.
He had a lot of fun at the ballet, and we actually went backstage to one of the rehearsals as well, and they were all giving him lots of love. So be sure you give the Sarasota Ballet your love. Tickets for the Big Balanchine, Ashton, and Tudor weekend, the triple bill, are at sarasotaballet.org. And Wrigley loved it. I'm sure you will too. All right, I know we're going to love heading to the kitchen for the best Thanksgiving pies and desserts. Forks up, ladies.
Yum,
it's time.
yum,
The all-new mysuncoast.com. Just another way we're here for you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
From our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is an ABC7 News Update.
Hello, I'm Scott Dennis. Here's what we're working on now for the top of the hour. Would you want to shop for solar panels for your home at a Tesla electric car showroom? Well, the car company's CEO hopes a new merger will make that possible. We'll have the details at 5. In Suncoast Traffic Watch right now, there's a stalled vehicle on I-75 in the northbound lanes right near the University Parkway exit, and traffic is backed up behind it 4 miles. Now over to Bob for another look at the weather.
A beautiful day today, Scott, albeit a bit breezy at times. Lots of sunshine out there. That cold front is now well to the south, continuing to push away from the state. And we're looking at sunny skies as high pressure builds in from the northwest. That high pressure ridge continues to bring in some very dry air, and that means humidity values down in the 40 percentile range. Right now, we're looking for temperatures to drop down to the low 60s by 11 o'clock tonight. Under fair skies, winds staying out of the north. More at 5.
Download ABC7's free all-new news app at your app store today.
We're losing exotic animals on a daily basis, and the ones that we have in captivity are really the ambassadors for their wild counterparts. I'm Clayton Rozier from the Big Cat Habitat and Gulf Coast Sanctuary, housing over 150 exotic animals that needed a great home. And if you love animals, please help them. Do it locally. Support your local no-kill shelters, your local wild animal sanctuaries. Make a difference where you can.
Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Make your holidays sparkle with style. Browse our amazing showroom, cute collectible cottages, and beautiful Christmas displays. Find the inspiration, selection, and quality you need to deck the halls merry and bright. Christmas Traditions also features the area's largest selection of quality pre-lit Christmas trees, every size, shape, and color, and plenty of decorations to make your home shine for the holidays. Christmas Traditions by Lux Art Silks, where more is merrier. Visit us on New 301, just a quarter-mile north of University Parkway.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
I owed the IRS $20,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
We saved our home and overcame the most powerful collection agency in the world.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 1-800-565-7740. That's 1-800-565-7740.
Pro Cream by Dr. Anna, known as the facelift in a bottle, is an all-natural anti-aging formula that tightens skin and muscles, making you look younger. It's made in Sarasota with real pearls, Chinese herbs, and no preservatives. Visit our store or at pearlcreambydranna.com.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View, everything old is new again. Canned Ham Vintage is going to bring us their indie market. It'll tell you about the newest shopping spot in Sarasota's Rosemary District. Trebor Style will be here to take the old jewelry and make it fresh and trendy. Plus an up-close look at an Arabian horse here live on the show. Bo Beth, I cannot wait to see you interact with this horse. And the Rosemary joins us in the kitchen.
Welcome back. I'm in heaven with Chef Judy and all these cakes and pies, the best stuff for the holidays.
Don't be shy,
You got
Nate.
that, Nate.
Yeah.
You go in, try that red
I'm
velvet.
gonna dive on in
Linda's
here, girl.
Linda's having some
Let's see what's
pumpkin
happening with this.
cranberry cake, and let's get started. A really fun thing, if you don't want to commit to huge cakes and pies, is to go with cupcakes. Cakes by Ron is making these unbelievable cupcakes now for the Creekside Trader. So if you're dining on Thanksgiving at the Table Creekside or Felipe Creek, you can go in, buy some cupcakes, get all your Christmas shopping done there. That's what I say, and then sleep in on Black Friday. But really fun cupcakes, and they have them all the time, from marshmallow and caramel and red velvet. Aren't they so moist?
Yes.
Now, the cutoff limit at Yoder's is 7,000 pies. Linda said
I
she
got
just
mine
placed
in
her order.
yesterday. I took 3 of those.
Remember, we're getting to that cutoff time. Yoder's has sugar-free apple and sugar-free cherry pie. Really important to remember for your guests. For me, I can't go without a coconut cream pie. Love it. This one is so much fun because it's a caramel custard. Now, they have the traditional custard, the caramel custard, and of course, a chocolate pecan pie. Oasis Cafe. Now, this is my idea of how to do your holiday shopping. You sit down, order breakfast, and then go up to the pie case and say, I'll take one of those Vermont maple pecan pies and a dozen pumpkin whoopie pies and a cranberry pumpkin upside-down cake that is so moist.
Yes.
It's
so
It's
good.
incredibly
Oh my
moist.
God.
I
Very
must
good.
get their recipe. Popey's Place. Now, there are so many Popey's restaurants, and it's exciting. You can get order from all. Peanut butter pie is actually the biggest selling pie on the Suncoast. Coconut against sweet potato pie, which has that.
Yum.
I love that texture. It's a little bit thicker
too.
texture, and banana cream
Okay,
pie.
I need to talk about the banana cream pie for a moment.
Because I gave you some.
Well, and it's gone. Oh my! No, don't show that plate.
I'm going to. Look at this.
I love pie.
She destroyed the plate.
Excuse me,
And the pie.
for the record, Stephanie almost never eats carbs or sugar,
Thank
and she said
you.
to me, I'll take one bite. But Popey's
A pie slice
recipe.
later.
I mean, you know, if you've met
my
Popey,
gosh.
you know the
You're
woman
gonna
is
live to
known
regret
to
that.
make a good pie, right?
It was phenomenal. Very creamy. Just
Way to
perfect.
go, Popey, and of course all the different cream pies.
Going running now.
Sift Bakery, pumpkin cream cheese muffins.
yum.
Really nice.
Wow.
Like somebody
Really good.
on the display with the dishes, he said they do a brunch. What a great thing to have for your
yes.
Thanksgiving brunch. Chocolate pecan pie, brown butter pumpkin pie, and that first pie right there, she said she made for my Thanksgiving table. Apple cranberry.
Does that mean you're not sharing?
Oh, hands off. I have a mark. Joey knows. We have a spray gun. You come near my pies, you're getting wet.
Sorry, I wanted to try that.
Now, this I'm very excited about. This business is called Pielicious. This is a woman, Alice. She lives in Northport, and she baked me a pie a few weeks ago, and all I can say is, oh my goodness, oh my goodness.
Ooh.
There's the old-fashioned banana. Notice the trend of banana cream pie. Stephanie,
interesting.
you love to make apple pie, and you
I
raved
do.
about her
yes,
pie.
her apple pie is wonderful, and her crusts are melt in your mouth.
It's unbelievable.
Which
a
is key.
fresh mango pie. You have
Oh, wow.
relatives
Never
coming
had
from
that.
out of town.
That's
Instead of getting
interesting.
the mango that's tart like a key lime, go for the fresh mango pie. I mean, she has a cashew crumble pie that has coconut and cashew nuts. So her cutoff date is coming. It's November 20th. Now she's down in Northport, but I'm just going to say, I told all my neighbors, if we all want a pool and order 20 pies, she'll deliver to Sarasota. She is just the epitome of what great pie is. And I think all the places that came today, and especially,
really
you know, the cupcakes are really fun, especially for children. That's kind of a unique way to go. But no matter what you're doing, layer cakes with cheesecake in the middle, cream pies,
an amazing variety.
Great varieties. And you know, maybe make one pie homemade and buy the rest and just hide the boxes.
And pretend you baked it.
And they're lining up off camera right now to get some pie.
All right, that is wonderful. Thanksgiving pies and desserts from all across the Suncoast. Thank you very much, Judy.
Thank
Nate,
you.
amazing Black Nativity performance.
Thank you, ladies, for having
We'll be
us
there,
on today.
yeah.
We will be there.
can't
We
wait.
can't wait. And enjoy the sweet treats while you're here.
Thank you.
You've worked hard. You've earned it.
When I come
All right,
home.
everybody, enjoy the rest of your day. Be sure to take some time and enjoy the Suncoast view.